I love to play with new techniques and stencils, and I was so inspired by a recent Gina K Designs Facebook live session where she taught her laser cut wood technique. I had to try it immediately. Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube. I am Karen Hashik, and here's my first card that I made with this easy and fun technique with similar colors to those Gina K used on her cards. Now I'm going to show you how this magic happens with the stencil appearing, but I have a link in my description box to Gina K's tutorial as well, and also links to my blog post with more details on the cards shown and the products featured. So I love to do the eclipse technique, so I added a favorite die cut from Scrappiness on this card. You can see how the pattern continues from the background into that piece, and it's a layered die. Again, I'm going to show you how to do this, but it is really a very cool and fun and easy technique to do. I thought the colors that Gina K used were very pretty, but I wondered if other colors would work. So I wanted to feature this new die set from Sizzix on this card, and so I decided to make a stenciled galaxy background with the ink colors of blue and purple and black. So you can see that you can change the colors up and make fun cards that way. This is my favorite of the color combos I tried, and it's perfect for a winter card with a large snowflake from Colorful Life Designs. So I'm going to step that technique up a bit with that new color combo and a different card design that has become my favorite this year, Slimline. I have many beautiful Slimline stencils from Artplorations, which is a division of Stamplerations, because I have a subscription where I receive 3 Slimline stencils every quarter for only $18. I wanted to move on to flowers and butterflies and past snow and snowflakes. Can we do that already? Sure we can. So this is the stencil I'm going to use. It's called Bloom Sprinkles, and it's from Artplorations. So here's how to make a slimline card with Gina K's laser cut wood technique and the blues and the purples. So the first thing that you're going to do is start with a piece of cardstock. Now I found that the thicker cardstock worked best for this. And we're going to score every ½ inch on this piece of paper. One tip that I found, that when you're using a scoring tool and scoring, to get that to really move well, if you just take a piece of wax paper and rub it over, then it is going to move a little easier for you. So that's a tip that I can share. I'm going to score at 1/2 inch and 1 inch, 1.5, 2, and you can see how easily that's moving there, and if I hadn't done that it would be a little more sluggish and sometimes jump out of the lines. So that I liked to do. And now you're going to take a lighter color of ink. In the original one we use like a craft or a light brown, but I'm going to take my Distress Ink Stormy Sky, and I am going to use a direct paper technique and simply slide the ink down all along this, and you want it, I mean, and the way I like it is I definitely want it to show, but I don't want it to be too dark, but again I don't want it real light either, so I do tend to go over it a few times. It's really a personal choice. And then I'm going to take a purple. I have Memento Grape jelly. And we're going to add a little color with an alternative. In the first one I showed, and Gina K's too, we used like a teal. But on this one I wanted the blues and the purples, a touch of both. And now we're going to set up a sandwich in our die cutting machine. And I'm just going to take the whole thing out here and show you. You're going to start with, okay, now, so I have the Vagabond, and this is the sandwich in my machine. Every machine's different, so make sure you check with the manufacturer and also just experiment. In my Vagabond, I start with just the bottom plate, and then I need a rubber mat. I have a thicker, smaller one, but because this is a Slimline card, I needed the bigger one, so I just have two skinnier ones, and they seem to work well. We're going to take the paper that we just put the ink on, and we're going to put it upside down on the rubber mat. And then you're going to take your stencil, and you're going to put that on top. And then in my machine I have a black embossing plate, but in mine I found that that wasn't enough. I did need a glass plate. I decided to use my extended glass plates because it's a little longer, and that seemed to work best. So I am going to put it through my machine, which I can't do on camera. And now the pattern is embossed on the opposite, the back side of this. And on here you really can't see anything right now, but that's when the magic happens. I'm going to take a darker color now. In this case I'm taking a Gina K Designs in the navy. And once again, we're going to do the direct-to-paper, starting off the paper and swiping down. Can you see that starting to appear? Isn't that cool? I just think that's like magic. Now you can decide how dark you want it. I found that I liked it pretty dark. And can just add a little bit of dark ink wherever I want it, and that is the magic. Isn't that beautiful? I just think that is just awesome. I love how that looks with that technique. Now we're going to cut this down to 3.5 wide, and right now it is about 4 1/4. So I'm going to take a little off the side and then make it 3.5. And then I wanted 8.5, so I'm going to take some off the bottom, open this up, and make it 8.5. I am going to add it to a Slimline card base that I have prepared. I'm going to show you that I thought I would try it on like a pattern paper. So I have this beautiful pattern paper that I got at Michael's or Joann's, and I tried the technique on there, but I decided I liked it better when those lines or wood grain shows a little more because it's the off-white or the white, and on a paper that's already starting at a blue or an aqua it doesn't show up quite as good, but it's still made for a very beautiful butterfly. So I die cut out a Sizzix butterfly and put it on the inside of my card, and this stitched rectangle slimline die is from Cat Scrappiness. So that is prepared. I am going to attach this to the card front, and then I'm going to add Thinking of You, which is a sentiment from Paper Tray Ink, and I'm going to add a butterfly, another butterfly, and this is a two-parter from Sizzix, and then some gems. So let's put this card together. I just think that card front is so pretty with those flowers and those colors. I like to have my butterfly wings pop up, so I'm putting a glue dot in the center, and then I have a couple little pieces of foam tape to encourage the wings to come up, and I'm going to attach it in the center, and then the wings will be up like that, and then we'll attach the butterfly with glue. Even though it's starting to be winter, I think it's always okay to make cards with butterflies and flowers, right? This Thinking of You, I put Thermal Web Easy Cut adhesive on the back. It's a little difficult to glue fine die, die cuts on that background. So I put the adhesive on, and we'll use that to attach that easily. The the dots on the eye are separate, so I have adhesive on the back of those as well. And of course that's a little harder to remove, but I did it. That one. We'll try one more. And then I'm going to add a gem, a purple gem, to the butterfly. I just have this rule that butterflies have to have gems. I don't know why, but I do like the look. And our Slimline card is complete with that gorgeous laser wood cut technique from Gina K, a pretty layered butterfly, flowers from a stencil from Stamplerations, Thinking of You, and a pretty butterfly on the inside. I had so much fun designing with this new technique and hope my cards inspire you to give it a try. Thanks for watching, sharing, and subscribing, and thanks too for helping me share the joy of creativity.